Hey everyone, welcome to another game of Dominion. Let's see what we've got here. So we start with Lucky Coin, that means Fool. So we're going to be getting a load of silvers very easily. We have Nothing Menagerie here. We've got Cathedral, we've got Keep. Cathedral is very good. We will be trashing our coppers, but it's so good. It's Sentry is also trashing, but I think Cathedral is so strong, like you don't even bother, like Sea Hag, because Cathedral's very good. We have Wild Hunts, Rabbles, Laboratories for draw. Squire as our only village. I think it's still okay. We've even got Advisor for draw. So we've got a lot of draw. What are we doing with that draw? We're playing Wild Hunt and gaining a load of points. That's what I think we're doing. And we're gaining a load of silvers with Lucky Coin. The fact that we're gaining a load of silvers with Lucky Coin makes me think that Cathedral's even better. We're just going to be getting a lot of almost free silvers. So my opponent started with Advisor. I actually don't like that here. I think Advisor is not necessary in this game. You can just start denying like Squires for villages. What do I get? Well, my opponent has decided that Cathedral isn't really worth it. So does that mean that I want a Sea Hag? I think I just need villages right now. I think Squire for villages is too good. I'm not going to bother with Sentry, but we are just going to get Wild Hunts. And we're going to look to just Wild Hunt a lot. My opponent, I guess, is expecting that the keep points are going to be good enough for them. I'm going to have to disagree. I think they are bad. And like I say, I don't like Advisor yet. I may eventually pick up Advisor, but not right now. So with that, you can trash Squires to gain Rabbles. I think they are Rabbles or Sea Hags, because you gain attacks when you trash it, but we're not going to be doing that. So the trashing means we are going to go down to 4, but that's absolutely fine. I'm actually going to take the buys. I am going to take another silver for now. And we're going to get 2 Squires. Squires, they're not the best village in the world. However, they will be quite nice when we start getting a load of Wild Hunts, which we are going to get soon because we've got a load of silvers. I'm going to discard your Lucky Coin. It is technically slightly better than the coppers. My opponent has Fool. Fool, I think, is a bit nothing. Like, it doesn't really matter. Is my opponent going to go gold and basically play a big keep game? No, they think Sentry is going to be the better trashing here. Well, it is reasonable trashing, but I don't agree. I'm not going to gain a silver. I am, however, just going to do this again. And I'm just going to gain a load of Squires. And maybe I might even gain some Rabbles if I have a handful of Squires. If I have so many, I can trash one and pick up a Rabble, right? Like, it doesn't matter that every single draw card is a Wild Hunt. So that Fool is useless to you, so I'll let you have that. So he's played it, but it does nothing. You're going to hit 5, but that's fine. And what are they doing? They're getting a charm. So they're probably going to be gaining multiple 5 costs, which is okay. I will draw here. I will not play the Lucky Coin. And I will for now take another Wild Hunt. Soon I want a charm when I start drawing enough that I have quite a lot of money. But right now I want to get drawing first. So my opponent should be able to trash here. Yeah, no problem. You, sir, can lose the charm. So that's the problem with Advisor on this board. Because he hasn't trashed enough. Like, it's just going to be tough. We are going to draw. We are going to take some buys. We can have up to 8. I don't think I need 8 yet. I think, though, that going for more of this is absolutely fine. So my opponent's quite a lot of points ahead, but I just do not really care. I am going to be gaining silvers, but I don't want too many right now. By putting the estate in my opponent's hand, of course, Sentry cannot trash from his hand. So you are never playing that charm thanks to these advisors. And you only hit 4. So you're going to get another advisor? Yeah. Just do not like those advisors here. Soon we are going to have a pretty good density of squires. Because my opponent doesn't have a Wild Hunt, I will just continue to do this. I don't need to take the points, basically, because my opponent doesn't have one. As soon as my opponent gets a Wild Hunt, I'll think about taking the points. But for now, I don't really care. I just want to draw my entire deck. That's all I care about now. Squire can get me a load more silvers pretty rapidly if I need to. Yeah, we're going to discard the charm again, I think. We can stop you from just ever getting it. I'll discard the Will-O-Wisp. I'll discard the silver this time. And that Will-O-Wisp. There you go, so you didn't get your charm. So they got a second charm. So now they will start getting the charm, right? So I will be looking to get a charm soon. Whoops. I actually want to trash that. In fact, I would like a charm on this turn, ideally, if this draw all works out. There's a lot of clicking in this engine. So here is 2 buys and another 2 buys. So I can get up to 9. I think I will take a charm. And maybe I just take all of the remaining squires, right? I would like more draw, but I think now, actually, an advisor is fine for me. I think my deck is generally good enough that the advisor is like a cheap lab, and that's very good for me. So what do I trash here? I think I trash the silver. It's so easy to get silvers in this game. So my opponent should, of course, go for the bonus 5 and start getting like a Wild Hunt and a lab or something. No, they went for the buy. So now that my opponent has a Wild Hunt, I need to take the points. So that's really important now. I will risk going for another Wild Hunt. I think I can risk it again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can I? Yeah, let's do it. Probably a mistake. Actually, I'm not that bothered about the points right now. So we're going to get buy. Going to get more buys. So I didn't draw my charm. I did draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got more squires down here, so that's fine. So we are going to get... do I want another silver? Not yet. If I have 12, actually I can get another squire. So I think I will. I'm going to get a Wild Hunt. And maybe I'll get a lab. And I will get another squire. So it's fine if my opponent just plays 1 Wild Hunt. Right? Like, it's fine. You can have that gone. You can have the charm, I think, and I'll discard the lab. What I want to see is him play an advisor and let me discard the Wild Hunt. That would be really nice. I will discard the advisor in this case. Hey, look, there's a Wild Hunt. And I guess my opponent cannot draw it. That's nice, but I know he has it next turn now. So that revealed to me. So you definitely want another Wild Hunt at this point, and I'm absolutely going to just take the points. Once I'm drawing consistently, I might get a sea hag. But that time is not now. So this is the point where I trash a squire. Maybe I can gain the sea hag now. But I think I still just want to rabble right now. So let's see what advisor reveals. My opponent will probably ditch the lab. Yes, they will. But that is fine. I will draw. Do I want to keep drawing? I think I have a very good chance. So I didn't get the wild hunt, so my opponent will get the points. But that is okay. I am not that bothered. So I could use this for a buy. I don't want to empty the estates or the squires. That is something I need to consider soon. I think what I do is I gain a lab and a wild hunt and an advisor. And I'm going to look to now start getting a load of points. So the wild hunt points thing is unfortunate. My opponent will absolutely just take the points here, right? Like, be crazy if they didn't, because their deck, they've hardly got any villages. So that is their payload, is just taking this massive point pile. I think I can still come back. Piles are low. So yeah, so there's the estate. So that's fair. Fine. Trash in another copper. So my 5 points will probably be from silvers, I'm going to guess. So we're going to play lab. We're going to advisor. So advisors are quite good for me now. I might have too many wild hunts. We will see. Opponent discarding squires. But that's fine. So I've managed to find my squires. So here, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do cards. I'm going to do points. And I'm going to do buys. So I can get up to double province. I don't think I'll play the lucky coin. But I will do this. And I will just double province, I think. So I should be able to catch up fairly quickly. And also I have so many buys that eventually I can just start slamming the estate pile, right? Like, my opponent doesn't have buys, and that's bad for them. But I'm going to catch up on all these points very quickly if you consider the all of those points that are coming from. I didn't play the thing, so when I trash this silver, I won't have enough money in my deck next turn, which is sad. I think I've trashed all my coppers, so I'm never gonna... I can buy a load of coppers and get 10-point swing on my opponent as well. That's something that I need to remember. My opponent, I assume, is going to be drawing. No, they're just taking barely any points. It's not going to be enough. So I assume they pick up a province. I'm also a lot better placed to just buy a load of duchies as well. But what are they going to do? So they get a province. And they get another estate. So they're looking to run the estate pile, which is fine, to stop me getting a load of wild hunt points. That seems fair enough. So, wow, okay, this is quite bad, actually. What I'm going to do, going to get a load of buys. I'm going to pick this up. And then I think I'm just going to slam coppers. So that's enough to flip that. So I gained a load of points, and now I'm really close to my opponent. I don't like gaining all of those coppers, of course, but I think it's fine. I might trash a Wild Hunt here, looking at this deck. I feel like I'm still in the better position. My opponent has trashed an estate, so now I'm even closer. And what are they doing? Have they dudded now? Yeah, they have. So, tried to gain silver. They might just go for province, or maybe they'll just take 3 estates. No, they went for province. And they might get 2 coppers, right? They get a second. They've flipped the points again. Yes, they have. So my opponent is 1 copper ahead of me, which is important to note. Let's advisor. What's my opponent going to deny? Probably the squire. Right? Yeah, they did. So that's absolutely fine. I'm going to rabble my opponent here. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I'm going to grab the points and do the lucky coin. And I'm going to go bind 2 coins. I'm going to take a gold and a copper. And now I have the same number of coppers, but I also have 1 more gold. And I'm winning silver. So I'm getting 5 points for... I'm getting 15 points from keep at the moment. I'm winning 2 of the splits. I'll discard the province, why not? Oh, of course there's charm, which my opponent is winning. I actually forgot about that. I'm just going to trash Wild Hunt again. You actually can't deny me a squire now. So here's where I'm happy to have the rabble. Just discarded a bunch of stuff there. That's absolutely fine. So my opponent deny me the Wild Hunt. They didn't. In that case, I'm going to draw again. And this time, I'll take the points. I think I lucky coin. And I think here, I go for the extra buy. So I'm not going to win the charm split, so I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm already winning a bunch of these. Going to take another province. And I think I just take a copper, right? Just to get even further ahead. I think that dropped my opponent 5. So I'm going to shuffle soon and my deck's going to be absolutely terrible. But I can just start emptying the estate pile whenever I want to, right? That is a thing. That's going to happen at some point. So my opponent gains an estate here. Okay. Acceptable. And now what are they going to do? So piles are very low. If I had a good turn instead of this dire turn here, I'm going to trash the copper because I'm just going to buy a load back. They gain a gold, so they just gained the 5 points. I cannot buy a gold next turn, sadly. They've gone for another visor, so they're really lowering piles now. So I trash this. That didn't change the points, interestingly. I don't have to worry about silver count, I don't think. I think I'm way ahead on that. So we have 5. I'm going to take a duchy. I don't want the duchess. Let's see how this affects points. So my opponent just went down in points. So I think that means I take another copper. So now I am 2 coppers ahead of my opponent. And I think that puts me in a better spot. But yeah, my deck is going to be trash now, for sure. I think I discard the advisor here. I think it's okay to give you the charms. It's worth noting that Wild Hunts can just gain an estate, which could be important. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have another charm. So what they've done, they've gone for a province. Do they just go for duchy? Yeah, they do. Okay. So I'm free to trash the copper. Here, I just take the remaining points. So we're very low on piles now, which is a worry. I think I just get another silver. But 2 Wild Hunts ends the game. If my opponent gets 10, they win. But they only got 2. Wow. Or 4. And 2 buys. Oh no, they've got quite a few charms. Well, they can't hit 12, so they can't empty advisors. What they do, they got a duchy. Fair. I'm 6 points behind. I'm not in a great position. And now they are beating me on coppers. That means I need to trash the estate. This is bad. My deck is trash, so we're just going to draw. And I have 6. So I'm going to take a gold. Which should have knocked points off my opponent. But my opponent suddenly has a hell of a lot of points. I don't know where those points came from, to be honest. I don't understand how they ended up with so many. I guess it was a 10-point swing on the coppers, wasn't it? Okay, so they've clearly got a much better deck than me here. They can have the Wild Hunt. And the Sentry, I guess. I mean, what are they going to trash? They get into province? They are. Yep, so well done to my opponent. That was a... So, Wild Hunt. My opponent got more points from Wild Hunt than I did, so that was that big 10-point Wild Hunt where I took a gamble and lost. This game would be very different because that was essentially like a 20-point swing, wasn't it? If I'd have got those points instead of my opponent. And that would have made a massive difference. So I think that was game-winning. I feel like I had the better strategy. I just played it wrong. The advisors I really don't like. My opponent had a much more consistent deck towards the end. I still think Cathedral was correct. I think my opponent not going for Cathedral. I mean, I'm saying all this, but they won, right? But I did hand them a 20-point swing, which was killer. Like, I would have 59. And they would have 57 right now, right? If I hadn't done that, so I would actually be in the lead. So, I don't know. What do you think? If you have any ideas of what I could have done better, I'd like to know. I think maybe Squire Wild Hunt isn't quite the draw that I thought it was as well. Not having draw on the Squire. Maybe I just had too many Squires, right? Maybe that's really the problem. Like, I dudded a lot more than I probably should have. How did this go? Oh, so my opponent was winning the silvers, so I was wrong completely there. Oh, and I forgot about Lucky Coin. How many silvers did I have? Oh, I had 6. They had 11. Okay, so I completely blew that. I thought for some reason I didn't have as many, but no, they had loads. Yeah, I wasn't winning charms. Let's see. 2 squires, 7 squires, 4 wild hunts. Arable, I think actually that's a fine split of squires with the draws, right? Maybe I just didn't get the big enough money in my turns. We've got the same number of provinces. Interesting. Yeah, I think it's... I don't know. Anyways, thank you for watching. It was quite an interesting game, actually. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.